the reason why I'm a big fan of SmallRig is that they have the DreamRig program.
When I discovered the DreamRig program, it was like a dream come true.
So what is the SmallRig DreamRig program?
And the reason why I'm a big fan of SmallRig is that they have the DreamRig program. You can suggest new pieces and they will make those for you for free. It's really true, and I have done it several times.
I gotta admit, I've been very impressed with working with the DreamRig team, and a couple things that impressed me is how well things they've done to fix some of my ideas and improve them, and also how fast the turnaround has been on the prototypes as well too. I find they're very, very good there, and I'd highly recommend working with them.
It's essentially a program which allows independent creators such as myself who do cinematography, photography, and other things related to visuals and sometimes audio to submit ideas that they think may be viable as commercial products, but more importantly, ideas that are going to solve a particular issue or problem that the person who's creating the product or who has the idea has.
When I discovered the DreamRig program, it was like a dream come true. A platform that allows users like me to bring their ideas into real products is something really amazing. That's why I think it's such a great decision that SmallRig has created a department specifically made to listen to the user's needs. The only thing you need is good ideas.
DreamRig is a program offered by SmallRig that allows photographers and filmmakers to create custom solutions for any challenges they might face in their work. Whether it's a simple adapter or a completely original concept that no one's ever tried before, the DreamRig team is down to make it happen.
Most of us are photographers, filmmakers or other creatives and not really inventors or producers of camera gear. And this is where DreamRig is such a great idea. So you have a concept or you have a vision of a tool that is missing, a component that is missing to make your work as a filmmaker or photographer easier.
Before I'm now working together with SmallRig for about 8 years, I guess, and DreamRig was quite fresh and was a new project. For me, it was just a great opportunity to get into this product development and product designing field.
SmallRig has a couple of channels to explore the ideas. One of them is a Facebook group where users share their needs and designs and get feedback. This works great as a brainstorming session to gather ideas, and is also useful because there might be a product that already fits your needs.
You actually have to design it yourself. And to do that, you need to know how to use a 3D design program like Autodesk Fusion 360.
I created the design as close as possible to what I imagined.
Then I exported everything to the step format.
It starts with drawing. It could be a napkin sketch or a fully fleshed out 3D design, whatever your capabilities are.
The only thing you need is an idea, a vision, put it onto paper in a small design drawing or something like this, or even a simple sketch is fine.
And I then put that into a whole project that I then submit to SmallRig. So in terms of being a project, what I mean by being a project is I have the drawings, 3D drawings which you can manufacture from, and then I have an explanation in terms of why I think my product would be useful to myself, but not only to myself, but potentially to other people who would have the same exact or similar problem.
The DreamRig team respond in a few days with basic questions before passing the information to the engineers, who refine and adjust the design based on their knowledge and imagining possibilities.
Fixed up some of the things that I didn't know how to do, and we created this prototype here.
This process continues until we reach the final design. Once confirmed, it goes into production and the first prototype is made, and it's sent free of charge for testing.
They send it back to me. Obviously, I do my social media promotion and use the product in the way that I envisaged it being used. And then SmallRig also do their own social media kind of proofing or promotion or what have you. And if people are into the product and there's positive feedback, then the prototype is put forward to become a commercial product. But before that happens, you sign a contract with SmallRig and it goes into manufacturing. You get notified of a release date from SmallRig.
From April to December, it was really that quick just to get the idea It's a SmallRig, and they did the hard work in terms of the manufacturing and just the finalizing.
This is a NATO rail with one special feature. It has a single screw hole and a rubber pad. All the other NATO rails that you can get either have ARRI locking pins or they have a longer slot from multiple screws. But in my case, I want to attach a NATO rail to a monitor with just one simple 1/4-inch screw. And since those other rails didn't work for me, I thought there's gotta be a better way. But in this case, the thing here is so simple, it's ready to use.
In 2021, I had heard about the volcano on Iceland, and we decided to go there. And then when we left the volcano, when we left to go to the next two Westman Islands, the time I got there, I could not find my camera. So in Iceland there, when I lost my camera, I had an AirTag, an Apple AirTag in my camera bag. But I had my camera bag. I did not lose my camera bag. I'd lost the camera. And so I was thinking of this and I'm going, well, how can I avoid this happening again in the future? So one of the ideas I come up with, I thought of some way of attaching the AirTag onto the camera.
I was going from London Heathrow to Amsterdam Schiphol Airport, and bless them, this airline lost my luggage, and they lost it. In all, it ended up being 6 weeks that I was without my luggage, but there was a band from America who were traveling with us on the plane. Speaking to them, they had their audio equipment. I'm an ex-music producer, so I know, how important obviously having your equipment was, but it was specifically important to them because they were playing a gig in Amsterdam that night and the airline lost the luggage. And I was thinking, what if it was video equipment that I was carrying and I had lost it? That would have been a nightmare. But that led me on to think about was, how would I attach the Apple AirTag to the video equipment? And so that's how I came up with the idea of the tag cage. I was thinking, okay, it needs to be something that has 1/4-inch 20 slots so that you can screw into 1/4-inch 20 screws so you can affix to any type of standard video equipment.
Through SmallRig, I have designed 3 products and received the first prototypes, with 2 more in process. The first product was the extended pan and tilt arm. I always needed a monitor arm that extends more than usual. I also wanted an arm functional for mounting a smartphone, since many apps now allow smartphones to be used as monitors. After several sketches, I designed 2 sections with 2 joints. It was a big challenge because it was my first model in Fusion 360. It allows to set the monitor very low, close to replace the camera screen, which is useful also for shooting with the camera held very high. It can be set higher if the camera is very low. It allows for selfie mode to place the monitor right next to the lens, and it can be mounted on gimbals to put the monitor closer to eye level. All of these can be also made with the monitor as well. The smartphone mount works very good.
For me, the problem came about really naturally. I was shooting run-and-gun documentary-style work, and I needed the ability to reposition my monitor on my rig while still holding the camera. Nothing out there existed, so I decided to try my best and draw what I thought was a good idea. I sent it over to DreamRig, and within a few weeks I had my first prototype. It wasn't perfect, but it worked. And over the next couple of years, we made 8 different versions, and ultimately ended up with the MD3507, which we released to the market a little over a year ago.
That if you want to operate with a small handheld camera like this Fuji X-H2S here, you need a little bit more solid system to have a usable production camera. Starting with the base plate that should have only kept the lens mount adapter together with the camera body in a secure position. Pretty soon the idea came along to really expand this to really more box style cine camera, where you have one V-mount battery in the back to power everything, starting from the camera over the monitor or even a motorized follow focus unit, including audio recording, internal SSD recording, and still giving the versatility to really rig up your camera no matter how you like it and depending on your production. This was the beginning of the concept. of the initial design idea, and after just 2 months we had the first prototype ready.
So the first initial idea came in 2023, around April time. I was on a campaign for Sony and I really wanted to get some POV rig shots. And there was nothing in the market just to initially just get everything I wanted without building kind of a rig, and that would take countless hours and time. And I thought there was a really good gap in the market, and I just love making POV shots in general. So I thought, let's think of an idea. So we actually built like the first generation for that Sony shoot. I'll have some photos pop up in a second. And that was the first initial prototype, I guess. So I then took that to the DreamRig team at SmallRig, and they were down to collaborate on this epic product. So we spent a couple months going back and forth, finalising the design, little features, and then I got my hands on the first prototype. So you want to be getting your micro visual POV rig, you'll be opening it up like so both ends are facing each other. Now the idea is to have a camera on this side and whatever you could possibly imagine on this side. I've been using drones, as you can see from these examples, and you can use a magic arm to clamp down almost anything. If you can clamp it, it's going to work. So I've been using a lot of drone shots with the drone on one end, the camera on the other, and then filming it basically flying out of moving objects to make it look really realistic. And I got a couple of shots of camera to camera. You can really just rig up anything you can want.
The second product, which I must admit I'm also a bit proud of it, is the side grip. I experienced myself that on the market it is quite hard to find left-hand sided handles, and I'm a left-handed guy myself, so I designed one myself. It comes with locating pins, so you can twist it either direction you need. The second feature of this grip is its tiltable mount. I have a ARRI rosette mounted to it, so you can twist it in each angle you need it. Either you take low angle shots or high angle shots. You won't get any wrist pain during your shooting days. Design wise and material wise, I made several decisions, especially with the wood. I thought about people shooting outdoors and in cold environments, as they often get really cold hands when shooting all day long. The aluminium structure on the inside will keep your handle sturdy and compact and even lightweight. In my point of view, this side grip fits many different cameras. I use it with my Zcam S6, but it might be also a great choice for all the Red Komodo users, Blackmagic Pocket Cinema cameras, and even Sony Alpha shooters. I think you can rig this handle up just as you like and to your own preference.